right, hey everyone, I'm Hansel here with my coder bro Wayne, and we are going to the White Castle. Kind of like the movie, we think of White Castle as the happy place destination that you went through lots of adventures to get to. And like Harold and Kumar, we of course are so Asian, and so our guests are too. So let's hear the adventures of our Asian friends as they find their very own White Castle. Wayne, who do we got today with us?
Today's guest has had an amazing career of 20 plus, maybe even a little bit more years in tech. He's worked at companies like GoPro, held C-level positions, and did so well that he's even gotten himself into venture capital and advisory roles. He's the type of person that seems to know everyone, and I can vouch for that. Anytime I've ever bumped into him, and even if we're chatting for 5 seconds, 2 or 3 other people come up and say hi to him. So being well-connected would be an understatement for this guy.
So if you're an Asian, he probably knows you.
That's right. He's probably connected at least 1 or 2 degrees. So let's welcome Norman Liang to the show. Welcome.
Well, my man, thanks for being on. What an awesome introduction. Why don't you continue Wayne's introduction? Tell us about yourself. How would you tell us about yourself? Your 15-second spiel.
Man, I'm like the non-coder person who stumbled into tech.
It sounds like you're all over tech. You're like tech.
But I think you're understating that you're a non-coder, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You've coded so much stuff.
You're so
saying
around much
non-coder, maybe I think you're actually a coder at this point.
How about I can be like, I didn't grow up there were no such things as coding classes. We were the only Asian family growing up in our town in New Jersey, and I definitely was not a CS major. But, somehow ended up in tech anyways, and that let me really go around the world and have so many really incredible experiences that I never thought I was going to have, right? I think all these things that happened, like growing up as a kid, I never went to a basketball game or a baseball game with my parents. We went to theater and we went to operas.
Oh, wow.
That's a fancy Asian.
That's extreme Asian.
I know,
Opera
seriously.
and symphonies and not even a tennis match.
That feels more white. That feels more white than
well,
Asian.
there is the time I went to the U.S. Open and accidentally got in a train, and then my parents couldn't get on the same subway, so they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And before cell phones, they're like, "Hey, our 2 kids are on the train by themselves.
What?
I hope they get off at the right stop."
Crazy. Yeah.
Nice. So Norm,
That's
what are you
scary.
actually doing now? Like, what are you doing the VC thing now? How would you identify yourself?
Yeah, I've been spending a lot of my time really working with startups and founders, specifically from Asia, helping them crack the US code. I think there's a lot to be said for innovation, invention that's happening everywhere, not just in Silicon Valley, but
China especially.
Right.
Man, those guys are killing it over there.
They're probably ahead. Are they ahead of
Yeah, would you say
Silicon
they're
Valley?
ahead?
Well, they
Perspective?
definitely, on the surface level, I think yes. I think they definitely are bigger consumers of tech and they're bigger creators of tech.
Because aren't their electric cars even better, honestly, than like the Tesla and stuff? Or no? Because I've kind of
their whole EV side.
their whole EV
insane.
is like a level up. That's what
Actually,
I've heard.
did you guys see? They just had this Lunar New Year celebration thing that they broadcast on China, but they have last year they had droids do some kind of dance, and this year they did the same thing, but it was like 10 times more advanced. They were doing like full on kung fu moves with nunchucks and flipping around and everything. It was like legit real robots. So China.
I'd rather watch Bruce Lee do kung fu, but
Yeah, that is true.
Fair enough. I would too.
We love the Bruce.
but I hear you. But it's crazy. It's like China. Like I remember my first trip back to China back in the early 2000s, and everything was still manual. People were carrying around cell phones from Japan.
Yeah.
If you had a cell phone,
Yeah.
it was definitely still there was no pudong yet.
Yeah. Shanghai was nothing. I mean,
Shanghai was just, Shanghai was just one side of the river, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
What about bicycles and stuff? Like I would still picture the, just people on bicycles so much. Is that all Like change now, it's
No, it's
all
like Tron over there, Wayne. They all have all these laser things.
yeah. Everyone's on,
I
this
think
blue.
everyone around the world is on an e-bike now, but
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
it's
true.
like no one, it's like people think about like who pedals anymore. But I mean, the whole journey, with tech was really just figuring out, how do you make software services available to people and help them connect, in places online, right? Everybody has that from our age, right? We all have that story of meeting a person in a chat room. Like that stuff, kids
I
are
don't
like,
remember meeting
I
anyone in a
don't
chat
have
room.
that memory.
hey
As
man,
soon as
I've
you said
spent
that, me and Hansel are
years
like,
in a
wait,
room.
you actually met people in a chat room?
I
Because I honestly
Absolutely.
haven't.
I think I was like always ahead of the curve. I think that's probably what I
I'm
was
too
saying.
old, maybe.
Yeah, I think nowadays you'd find a sexual predator or something like that.
Nowadays, who the heck knows? It's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
to sort of see. But back then, like, I think we started off, I think my first approach was dial-up internet and a BBS, right? Just connecting and chatting with my friends because every call was a toll call growing up,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you
Those
always
were the
like
days.
parents would look at the phone bill and they'd be like, why are you calling like two towns over? And that was like a toll call. Now we can call anywhere in the country for free on our cell phones
Yeah.
and Mexico and Canada.
Yeah, that's amazing that you I mean there's definitely different stories from when we were all younger. It's amazing you've been around tech this whole time. So you're saying your job now is you go a lot to China.
Job is just
It
My job is more going to Taiwan than China right now, but spending a
Taiwan,
lot
okay.
of time with founders from Asia, all around Asia, helping
And
them
they're trying to
out.
get into the States then?
They all want to come into the States. I think
Really?
everybody, if you're dreaming of startups and you're dreaming of venture capital, like this is still this is still the place to be. Like this
Yeah,
is where
hopefully.
everybody wants to. This is still, where the dream, you
Mm.
know, where everybody dreams of success. Like to raise capital on Sand Hill Road,
Yeah.
go down, have, some of the most well-recognized VCs in the world be on your board and for them to be your supporters from an early stage and help you become, you know, the founder of a company that can change literally the way we live around the world.
So have you
Yeah, so
been
it's
in a
still
lot of those boardrooms, raising money, to try to raise money, Sand Hill and all that? Is it as crazy as the show Silicon Valley, with Jimmy O Yang and all the craziness? Like, are
I've
you
had my
guys,
fair share of moments where it's been like, I've had my fair share of those Kid Rock moments where you're like, somebody epic is playing a band and everybody's talking about their startup or tech.
yeah.
It's like, oh, like, wait, what? Like, who was playing? It's like you don't even realize. It's like, I think which one. I remember one night we were there, and I think Paul Oakenfold was the DJ, and we were with Paul Oakenfold till like I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning
Is that a famous
in
DJ? I don't know who that
Moscone.
is.
He was.
He
yeah, he
was,
He
was.
okay.
He
is.
was a
He
pretty
is.
big
He's like
name.
one of the OGs
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
wow.
music.
Oh,
But
right on.
I
I've
Okay.
also
heard of
remember,
him. Yeah.
you
Even
know,
Wayne, you've heard of him? That's
I've
crazy.
even heard that name. I mean, I don't know what the guy would look like. I've never been to a party or anything
Yeah.
with him, but
yeah,
but that name, I'm like, okay, DJ Paul Oakenfold.
even
Yeah.
all those things, I mean, that led me from a startup trying to help people print photos to a startup helping people save and share photos all across the internet, and that was PhotoBucket. And that like put me in the room with all the team that was building MySpace. And we're just launching things that would help people share a little bit more of their
Wait,
lives.
so you went from PhotoBucket. So PhotoBucket is the thing that you started, and then somehow that got you into MySpace? Did MySpace buy PhotoBucket or what's the relation?
Yeah, MySpace bought PhotoBucket. At the time, it's like at the time, PhotoBucket was becoming the number one photo site on the internet. It was basically where everybody was saving and sharing their photos and videos and
Very
then posting
cool.
them to social media. And so that was before posting photos on Facebook was a thing. That was when camera phones were just coming out and they
Hmm.
weren't smartphones yet. And I've worked on my fair share. Like my journey took me from working in a startup to working in IBM and launching a bunch of video game consoles like with PlayStation 3 and Nintendo Wii and the Xbox 360 to going to Nokia, shipping a bunch of camera phones and stuff that, before the iPhone came out, and literally was on the phone with when I found out, like, I'm like, oh, like Apple basically said, like, we're working on something, we can't really tell you about it, but it's probably not going to be good for you.
And it was the iPhone.
It was the iPhone. It was kind of an understatement.
I'm totally lost, man. I don't know
You.
what we're talking about. All right, so let's step back, man. No, so we, the name of the show is, CoderBros Go to White Castle. So I always want to know, like, everybody has a different White Castle. What's their happy place destination that they worked really hard to get at? So what would you say yours is, Norm?
I think that my happy place has always been around community and being able to find places where, you might be the one you might not know. Like there's one other guy that's like going to be your kindred soul in the room and you're going to find them. And you got to create places where people can meet in order to do that. And so community building is my White Castle because it's really about bringing people together. And that's why I know so many people. Like that's been the thing that's helped me stay grounded and stay focused all these years is just helping people connect and making sure that there's a place for them to connect, whether it's, because of their culture and where their parents are from, whether it's because of what they're building and the tech that they're working on are really excited by,
Hmm.
whether it's the investors that are backing them, or whether it's just people going to watch a movie.
Hmm. So that's cool. So I mean, we're all like getting up in our age now, and I find the older I get, the less I want to have like go out and network and create my community. Are you finding that you're still going out and like creating your new communities and meeting new people and all that stuff? That's pretty amazing.
I'm doing it in a more limited way. I think I'm
Yeah.
like inviting fewer and fewer people in. I'm trying to create, more intimate community than broad community. I think
And I
there's
think it's tough for you, Norm, because I've seen, like, if you just walk anywhere, there's like 15 people that know
Everybody's
you.
like, Norm.
So you
Like on
are a
Cheers.
walking community. Yeah, the
The
Hey
Asian
Norm,
Norm.
that's the understatement from the Cheers show. I don't know, that's probably, we're way too old if anybody's, but that was a great show. But yeah, you are a walking community yourself. So it is kind of cool that you're into the whole building of the community. And then the whole MySpace, and, that's obviously
That's another community.
massive
I mean,
community.
speaking
You
of
know,
knowing everybody, so you told us before the show that are you related to or do you know the kid from School of Rock, the movie?
Yeah, my cousin's son is named Lawrence, and Lawrence is actually the kid who was playing the keys in School of Rock,
the one with Jack Black,
the
the
one with Jack Black.
the
So
That's
original
awesome.
School of Rock.
the
So how well
original
do you know him?
School of Rock.
Yeah, how well do you know Lawrence?
I mean, he's since he was born, right?
Okay.
That's awesome.
I've watched the kid grow up, and I mean, we come from a pretty big family from Taiwan. I think everybody lived around New York and New Jersey growing up.
Hmm.
I mean, is
Uh,
he an actor though, or
Yeah,
is he
how did he
just
get the
is he
part?
he's
even a great
more of a
musician?
musician.
Like,
He's more of a musician. I mean, the
So
kid's
how did
been
he get the part? He's just, I mean, he's clearly a crazy musician. Did somebody just hear him and go, "You're in," like, or did he
yeah, like we
audition?
got to
I
have you in the movie.
I mean, he's the kid who's been in music his entire life, right? He was taking classes at Juilliard in the pre-college program. He was composing symphonies. He was on Letterman.
Wow.
He
Whoa.
was one of
Was
the
he?
first.
This is all before School of Rock, even?
This is all before School of Rock. I think he was
Oh,
somewhere
Oh,
on,
geez.
Kids Got Talent, where you kind of look at these kids and you're like, wait, where did that kid, now we have the internet, right? And those kids just show up on TikTok.
That's
yeah.
Back
true.
then,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
back
That's
then
back
amazing.
they were
then it's just
scouted
like
on like broadcast television. He was on Letterman playing, he's like, let me play you, one movement from my sonata.
And he has his own sonata. That's very funny, like from the Asian angle, right? Because on the one hand, it's every parent's dream for the kid to be so good at piano. On the other hand, you don't usually make a lot of money on piano unless you're this kid. It's like one in a
yeah.
billion shot, right? So did the parents like want him to continue your cousin, I guess?
No, we've
Was he
tried
encouraging it?
everything to, steer him down a more normal path. But
Yeah.
I mean, he ended up graduating with a music degree from college. And then after that, he's still
Did he go to like
hard.
Juilliard or something crazy like that, or just like
He went to Dartmouth. So it
Okay.
okay.
was
So
like
not Berkeley or
about the
Juilliard, I guess.
furthest thing we could think of
Ivy
for
League
a kid
though?
who grew up in like about the furthest thing we could think of for a kid who grew up in Queens, New York.
Yeah. Yeah, Dartmouth is kind of in the woods out there.
But
But
Very
so is he
woodsy.
still is he a professional musician now? Is that what he does?
yeah, so he's still writing, he's directing choir,
Wow.
he's teaching kids, he's doing what he loves. And
Okay, so no, I gotta ask this. So what if your kid was really good at piano? Would you encourage them to keep doing it in case they become a Lawrence? Or would you be like, screw that, you got to get into tech?
no, I probably still tell him to keep doing it. If it makes him
Really?
happy, like find a way and make it work until it doesn't work.
Hmm.
I think we've been really fortunate that, everybody in our family has been able to make it work, and then pivot and
Well,
do
your son,
something
I've seen
on top.
him on Facebook doing some awesome break dancing, right?
Oh,
Hip hop
break
dancing.
dancer. How old is he?
So
I mean, my kid, he started breaking when he was in when you know Wayne and Wayne's daughter and my son,
they're in
were
the
in the
same
same
grade.
class
Yeah,
in
Okay,
the same grade, back in elementary school. And he's been breaking since he was in third grade, and that's been his community. That's been his place. He gets to dance
that's
with some of the
cool.
best
Now that
breakers in the Bay, the people who literally are the ones who are known for being the best breakers in the Bay, and he's gotten to know all of them.
that's
And they
awesome.
embrace him like the little brother, and that's what keeps him going.
Will that be his profession though, or do you think that will be like his hobby? That's a pretty big difference, right?
I
it's
think,
hard. Yeah, it's harder to make money, I'm guessing, but unless you really all of a sudden are making it into videos and everything, but
I
it's
mean,
a
he's got
tougher.
a great foundation in dance, and we're really fortunate that, we've been able to continue to give him every avenue to keep dancing at a high level with a community that really rallies around and supports him. And so if that's what makes him happy, like that's what gets him through school. I think it's a life skill. It may not be a career, but it's a life skill. Like knowing
Breakdancing
how
is a
to
life
dance.
skill. You heard it here first. Breakdancing is a life
That's
skill.
right. That's right.
Hey, everybody wants to be the kid on
It
the
may
dance.
not pay the bills though, but it possible it could. It possible could.
You
But
you never know, and you just want to give them every avenue to encourage that and keep pushing,
absolutely.
That's
and
cool. So
make sure.
would you say then, Norm, that you're not that typical Asian parent? Like you're okay with the kid doing the arts and that's his passion?
Absolutely. Like
He
if
doesn't have to be a doctor or lawyer or I guess programmer.
being in my world, I've met a lot of creators, and I can tell you that creators find a way to hustle. And I'm like, he'll figure it out. I think
Yeah,
as long as you keep supporting the hustle, he'll figure it out. He may end up just selling hoodies and
Yeah,
clothes, but you know what? That's part of culture and that's part of community. And it may not be a venture backable business,
right.
but it may be a business that, he's going to be able to build and really apply, his passion and his connections towards.
that's
And make
cool.
it
That sounds like a very sort of Western way
That's
to
right.
let your kids flow. Did you grow up that way? Were your parents much like that, or were they kind of Asian about it? And they're like, "Hey, Norm, you gotta get your A's and
Yeah, you
get
got to
that
target MIT, man.
yeah, all that stuff."
I mean, for me, my school was basically, I think private schools were getting more and more Asian back when I was growing up, for sure.
Yeah,
And I grew up in a school in New Jersey that had every resource and everything imaginable. When Joy Luck Club came out, they flew Amy Tan out to read the book to us.
holy cow, really? The high school.
Okay.
This is a high school?
This is a high school.
Holy
Okay.
cow, that's
So
cool.
your tuition had to be pretty high up there.
Yeah,
They're flying
cover all the
Amy Tan
flyouts.
in. Yeah, we're just gonna fly her
Well,
in to
what
read
a,
it to you.
I mean, what an incredible thing to sort of hear and then see. I mean, we talk about movies. I mean, just being able to be a part of like the showing of the Joy Luck Club 20 years later, 25
Yeah.
later after, and hanging out with the cast in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
I mean,
So
it's
wait, did they
just
did they like fly the entire school out to San Francisco to hang out with the cast?
no.
Or?
I mean, but they did fly the whole they did but Warner did fly out like a lot of the cast members from Joy Luck Club
Wow.
to San Francisco to show the movie in the
Oh,
city.
okay,
You know,
sure, okay, but
we're
it's not. You didn't go to that, right? You're talking about Amy Tan and like Ming Na
Oh,
Wen and all
Amy
those
Tan
people,
came to our school, and then
right?
subsequently, then years later, then ended up hanging out with Amy Tan and the cast from Joy Luck Club in a bar in San Francisco.
Oh,
Oh,
so
you
it's
were
just
just
happened chance. All
partying
right, you
with
got to
them?
tell us that
Just
story.
happened chance, like
Yeah.
through the
You
stuff
gotta.
that we've been doing. I think we've been, part of the things of tech is being able to bridge cultures and community and
And hang out with
things.
celebrities.
So
That's what you
how
want
did
to
that? So
do.
you walked into this dive bar or something. You're like, oh, hey, there's Ming Na Wen. I'm gonna go talk to them. Hell, hey, this is the whole
Yeah,
cast. Like,
that's right.
how did
You're
it
like,
come
hey,
about?
yeah.
And
And why
they're
would she
just
even
like
say
every
hi to
other
anybody?
And they're just like every other Asian parent. They're like, I don't know if my kid's gonna get into the right school. I don't know if they have the right stuff. But for me, like it just kind of school was just a thing, right? Just a place to learn and a place to grow. And it was a good learning experience. It was definitely not the easiest one because you're the new kid in class and you're kind of growing up and you're just meeting people and trying to find your way and figure out your identity along the way and then by the time you've sort of plugged in you're ready to go to college. you know
Yeah, I
and
guess so.
I mean
It's,
but I
it's,
my
yeah,
parents basically had me like playing violin like playing we've playing in competitions and doing all the traditional stuff. And at the end of the day, I thought I was going to go down the regular path of like pre-med and become a doctor. And meanwhile, like we had computers in the house, like from the time when, as long as I can remember, like literally since kindergarten, like we had a computer in the house.
yeah. Haven't we all? Well, I guess that's why
Commodore
you got into tech.
64 or whatever,
Atari. I had the
An
Atari.
Amiga,
Atari. I
an
had the
Amiga,
Commodore 64, Amiga. Okay, I think that's
the
even
Amiga,
after.
the
Yeah,
Amiga,
Amiga.
Amiga. That sounds familiar. Amiga.
Amiga,
Was that a?
286. Like we had the first.
Oh yeah, the
We had
TRS 80 or something. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
Those
mean, I
Radio
swear, I
Shack.
think you guys probably need you guys need a field trip to like just walk through the Computer History Museum and just be
Yeah,
like
I
see
have.
how many people
Yeah,
like grew up with like look at all these generations of computers now, like
so do you
25,
feel like
30
tech
years
will
later.
always be your thing since you're in it now? Do you feel like with the AI coming or here, will you still do it? I guess you have to shift in AI now, right?
I mean, everybody's shifting to AI. I think it's a fundamental thing, but is everybody going to be building platforms and doing all of those things? I don't think so. I think people who are shifting into AI are shifting into workflows and people are just figuring out, how to capture and create a digital workflow and then automate that. And the tools are amazing. What you can do with vibe coding, like you don't need to know how to.
Yeah, but if you did know, you could do it better. That's always my argument. If you knew how to code, you could vibe code better. But everybody can vibe code something. So is this changing like your clients? So a lot of your clients, I guess it sounds like, are in Taiwan. You go there a lot. Are they changing the way that they're steering their future because of all this stuff? I mean, AI right now, US is the strongest, but China's pretty damn close, right? They're about to catch up. So what are your Taiwanese people thinking?
They're like, as long as everybody keeps buying chips, it's all good.
That's true. That's true. The
that is so true. Just keep
TSMC,
selling them, and if they
yeah.
just keep making them
But like,
faster,
as long as
smaller.
people keep making, as long as people keep having a need to sort of push the boundaries of chips and how small they can get and what you can do with just one small chip that you connect to on a circuit board, I mean, there's like infinite numbers of things that you can think of. But I think we're moving from a world where everything's smart to we're moving to a world where everything's dedicated. And I think about that like the way like I think about agents, right? And these AI agents. Like I think you have these agents, dedicated to very specific functions and very specific tasks. You don't create this general purpose agent and be like, hey, this robot can do everything for me, including like mop the floor and wipe the wind
Yeah, the
and pick up
specialty
heavy
guys.
objects. That's not really the way I think about it. But the way I think about these agents is, we're starting, everybody's going to have these analyst teams. They don't have to hire these new Ivy League grads. Like they're going to be hiring
Yeah.
grads.
So the message is we no longer need to go to Ivy Leagues.
Yeah, no more Ivy Leagues. I'm for that. I'm tired
Yeah.
of trying to,
That's funny. Every
well,
time you say agent, I keep thinking you're saying Asian.
it's
It's
all
like,
moving
well, I got to
to
build these Asians.
Asians. We need to build these
All
Asians.
right. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of
Well,
Asians,
maybe we need more Asians too, but
Yeah, Asian agents. There we go.
Asian
Double
agents.
A, double A. That's a new
All right. Well,
thing.
maybe you
speaking of
guys should be
Asians,
creating that. Like I think it's
yeah,
crazy to think about like all these things that people are trying to build. It's like, just build what makes you happy. It's like build
Yeah.
something that's useful, like, but build it. If you build it for you, make sure you figure out, if it works just for you or if it works for more than 10 of your friends, and then it works for more than 10 of their friends, then you're onto something.
that's the secret, huh?
That is the secret. The
All
law.
right, Wayne. Well, let's get some more
All
Asians
right, let's do
in the
this.
list here. So we're
Asian
going to jump
gone.
into the Haru side of our podcast today, where we throw some Asian level questions at you. So,
Agent or Asian?
some
Agent or
agents,
Asian?
Oh,
These
some
are
secret
agent
agents.
questions. Asian questions, actually.
So, Norm, before we go in, how Asian do you think you are? Like off the top of your head, if we just asked you that question, how Asian do you think you are? What would you say?
I don't know. I'm about as banana as they come.
Really? Okay. I
Oh,
kind of got
okay.
that feeling. I don't know you as well, but I kind of got that feeling. That you're a little bit more of a, because especially like the way you
Well,
handle your.
because you're letting your kid be a break
Yeah.
dancer. A lot of Asians would be like, no, violin, violin.
Violin and then STEM.
Yeah, and then STEM, anything STEM, or be a
Okay.
doctor.
All right. Well, then, so we have set the bar low for this Haru quiz. Let's see how you do. Um, okay. Question number one. It actually starts very easy. We are in the time of Winter Olympics. What is the name of the freestyle skier that would we say is a traitor and is skiing
Oh,
for China?
You mean Eileen Gu?
Eileen Gu. I don't know if traitor.
traitor.
I don't know if traitor is the
I
right
saw
word.
some
Hey, she's going to be
articles.
the grand marshal of the San Francisco
Yeah, that's
Lunar
right.
New Year parade.
Is
So
she really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I've
So
seen a
what do
lot
you-
of debate. A lot of people were calling her traitor and all this, but then a lot of people were like, "Hey, man, give her a break. I mean, she is part
What?
Chinese
Yeah.
and
What
it's
do you
part of
What
her
do you guys
heritage."
think? Norm, what do you think of her? Is she a villain or is she? Are you pro or anti?
uh, whatever makes her happy. If that makes her happy, whatever makes her a buck. If that makes
That
her
is
money,
very
Yeah,
go with the
because a lot
flow.
of people were like, China's paying her like $20 million to whatever. But then a lot of people were like, "Hey, I'd probably do it for 20 mil too." Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, there's a lot of numbers
what?
going on. It's not 20 mil. 20 some mil is what she gets with all the sponsorships. China pays
Okay,
all of their athletes a total of 7 million. So it's not like
okay,
she's getting it all. But still, she makes a lot more
but
money doing it this way.
yeah. So
I
I mean, I don't know.
4 years ago, I was like, she's definitely a villain. Like she totally went the other side. But then I started thinking this year because I'm a Hong Kong guy. I was like, man, if I was that good and I was 20 some years old, I don't know, maybe I would ski for Hong Kong. It'd be kind of cool. Like there's that sort of
Yeah,
pride.
right.
So I kind of saw that side of her as
And then
well.
she has the nice out to kind of say that the China doesn't have many athletes in that area, so trying to help them
That's
out. And I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
there's probably some truth to that. And I mean,
Yeah.
her
There's
mom is
ton.
Chinese, so it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I was just like, just chill out and like whatever.
Yeah.
She's doing what's best for herself. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
look, if my son were to compete, in the Olympics for what do they call Taiwan? Chinese Taipei.
Yeah.
Part of China, yeah. They just call it
Yeah.
China.
They just call it China. China, China. Yeah.
So if you were to do that, like more power to him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
it's
That's
like
what I
there's
was
that there's the
thinking.
Just
pride
let
of
him
where
be
we're
an
from,
Olympian,
right?
no
Yeah.
matter what country.
And she's
Yeah.
super, super pretty. So,
Okay,
there's always that.
what do you think, Wayne? Would she be rated as hot?
I think, yeah, on the, yeah,
Yeah?
I would rate
I
her
think
as
she's
pretty
all right.
hot.
I think she's pretty I
Okay.
think she's
See, because she has too much Western features for you. You like them looking more like just clear Asian or whatever, but like,
What do you think,
yeah.
Norm? Is she hot? What's the hot level for
Yeah.
Eileen Gu for you?
I mean, she's definitely looks like a model who
Yeah.
Yeah.
also
She's
See?
very pretty. She's
She's
very pretty.
really pretty. She looks
I,
like a
I,
model.
I
She's
wouldn't have
got,
put her as a 10, but I would say she's very pretty.
I'd be
Okay,
close
next
to a
question.
10. Yeah.
Okay, so very recently, ByteDance TikTok's parent company, of course, rolled out C-Dance, which makes these awesome 15-second AI videos. What two famous Hollywood A-listers were featured in a fight created by C-Dance that was so real that people were saying Hollywood is done? If you haven't seen this, then the top two A-listers that you can think of on your mind would probably be it. A-list
I mean,
guys.
for sure one of them has got to be Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is one,
Yeah, that's
for
gotta
sure.
be.
Um,
And it's another at his level.
It is a guy at his level who was bigger back then, still pretty big, probably the
Better
best looking
looking.
guy in the world,
Not the best or better
probably
looking?
the best looking guy in the
Oh,
world.
okay. I have a guess at least. I haven't seen the video.
it's not Leonardo DiCaprio, but
No, no.
But
no,
This
that's a
guy,
good.
I think this guy's better looking.
it's got to, but it's probably Brad Pitt.
It is Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's got to be Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Have you guys seen this video? Have you guys heard about
I
it or
haven't.
not?
But I would have guessed Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic. It's only 15 seconds long, but it's pretty realistic. You guys should
Really?
look
It
it
just
up.
looks like as if they got out there and filmed a fight scene.
And
Yeah,
it
and
took an
I,
entire village to make that.
entire village of Ram, I guess.
ChatGPT, yeah.
You know what RAM costs right now? It's crazy.
It is crazy, man. I mean, AI sucking it all up, I guess.
That's right.
So I was trying to think, like, can I just take the RAM out of my computer and like sell it? Like, would that work? I don't
Is it
know.
like gold? Yeah, it's just moving up, I guess.
Okay, last question. This, if you guys know this, I would be pretty surprised, but you can probably guess the answer. So right now, there's apparently a TikTok trend that being Chinese is apparently cool. Have you guys heard this?
No, I haven't heard that.
Okay.
But
So
that's
apparently,
great
like
news
even
for
white,
us. We're all three Chinese, so we are
even
cool.
white people, yeah, even white people are like, I'm doing this thing, and so I'm cool because I'm more Chinese. So what is okay? What? So I got three options for you. What is the name of this trend? Is it China maxing?
It sounds like a
Is it
tampon, dude.
China
China
maxing?
maxing. Okay,
Like the
anyway.
tampon. China maxing? Is it Haro China?
Aro China?
Or is it hashtag newly Chinese?
Man. I could say which ones I don't like.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. It is not a racist one.
So, okay, that eliminates the one. And does it sound like a tampon?
Yes, China maxing or Haro China or hashtag newly Chinese.
But it's not offensive. So,
I think it's newly Chinese.
Newly Chinese, that would
Yeah.
do it. Hashtag newly Chinese.
yeah, I was about to say, because the one is a tampon and the other is offensive to heart, making fun of.
Apparently,
So
this
there
is
you
a
go.
big thing, I guess, in the younger generation. You got to ask your kids about it. But there's something like you caught me at a very Chinese time in my life or something like that is a big thing, I guess everybody's saying. And so they would go around and they'd be like wearing slippers in the house and be like, you caught me at a very Chinese time in my life. Hashtag newly Chinese.
I mean,
So
not
they
to-
video themselves and say that and like show them
I guess
in
so.
slippers?
Doing Chinese stuff like having boba or, drinking warm water, all
Scooping
that
rice
kind of
out
stuff
of
that
a steamed rice cooker. Caught me at a very Chinese time.
we do. Yeah.
But
Post that, Wayne.
honestly, is that really complimenting or making fun of us? Like,
There's articles about that.
it's a little
Yeah.
borderline, right?
It is.
Like,
we're
It is,
back
but I
to
think they're
the
doing
point where
complimentary.
people are like, "Hey, go back to where you came from." And I'm like, "Wait, go back to New Jersey?"
yeah, that's right.
What? Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird, but I mean, you know, we were just out of town, over the weekend and like speaking Chinese with my family and this like I don't know, this African American woman like literally like overhears us and then starts saying, "Oh, is this your first time visiting?" And we're
Oh,
like,
right.
She like, ni hao, ni hao.
Ni hao ma.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is in the Bay Area or where was it?
"No, we were up in Seattle."
Seattle.
And
Oh,
the
wow.
first
That's
time visiting, there's so many Asians there
yeah.
that grew there,
That's
grew up there, lived there. That's a weird question nowadays. Maybe when I was a kid in Alabama, I get
yeah.
that, but
I guess maybe they meant like, "Is this your first time in like Seattle?" I don't know.
Since you're
yeah,
speaking
I could
Chinese.
see
Yeah, I
that, but
guess.
yeah, that's weird all
No, take
around.
it as racist, Wayne. Always take it as racist.
I always take it as racist. Whenever something happens to Hansel and I, we're sitting on a flight, flight attendant drops something on us or whatever. It's because we're Asian. Come on.
You didn't do
Damn
the monkey
racist.
fist.
All right, Wayne, how did Norm do on our Haru quiz today?
Oh, excellent. Even on the ones that you didn't know, you actually intuitively figured them out. And so, like the
Excellent
Brad
guessing.
Pitt, yeah, excellent.
Oh, the main thing we want to ask you is like you're from Jersey, so you see White Castles everywhere. What do you think of White Castles? Do you love it?
Yeah.
How
Do
often
you
do you
love
go?
it?
Do
Do
you
you love
think
it?
it's
Because
gross?
we love it, but we
I
know.
love White Castle, and then I love the southern equivalent of it, Crystal.
Crystal, yes, that's Wayne's.
Oh, yeah, because I introduced Hansel to that. I've got to do another round of applause just for that. This goes on.
Crystal is Crystals is so good.
They're
So even
both
better
so
than White
good,
Castle?
but White Castle though is the king. They are the original, right? And but
It's
you
true.
growing up in New Jersey, I mean, you must have. You're either gonna like it or fall in love with it, or maybe some people just are on the
They
opposite
were
side.
already
But
starting to disappear even when I was like growing up in the 80s and the early 90s. They were already starting to disappear. They weren't like
Oh.
nearly as
So
many places. Like there
when's
was
the last time
one
you went
White
to one?
Castle, and I definitely did drive like half an hour to get to it.
there you go. It's worth, and
You
it
were
was
the
worth it,
movie.
right?
You
It was
were the
totally
movie.
worth it.
Oh, there's no doubts. Like this random White Castle on like a very commercial highway in New Jersey, and it's totally worth it.
Yeah. So when's the last time you went to one?
Oh, I haven't. Even when I'm in Vegas, I don't really usually have any time to go
Yeah.
to the
I hear
one
you.
White Castle there.
I think that's Wayne and my 10,000 hour thing. Every time we go to
Yeah,
Vegas
that's
or
our passion.
Jersey, that's where we go. All right, well, let's wrap up this podcast by asking you, Norm, about your life tip for the audience.
You know what? Like, even if you don't study it in school, if you find something that makes you happy, like just keep studying it. Just do your 10,000 hours of it, no matter what it is. Whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the dance floor, just do your 10,000 hours and just add that to your skills and your experience. Because, like, at the end of the day, no one's gonna call you out for spending a lot of time becoming an expert in something, even if it's completely useless or doesn't
Right.
make you money. It's like it's totally fine. Just apply yourself, stay focused, and just keep doing it if that's what you love.
I like
Right
that.
on.
Very Western, very Western.
Yes. Do you have one of those yourself, Norm?
For me, it's like basically like started making coffee during the pandemic, and now I'm like down that rabbit hole where I have like a wall of coffee tools.
What does that mean? How do you make coffee? Are you like 3D printing it, or you got to get the
No,
beans
like
from
brewing
somewhere, right?
coffee like it's a thing,
Brewing it
Oh,
You
like
weigh
you're
it out,
master
you grind it by hand, you
oh
like
wow,
by
literally
hand.
I grind it by
Wow.
hand. I've got like I'm about as like non-automated as it gets. Like I've looked at robotic coffee companies and I've looked at all of them. I'm like,
Are you shipping
oh,
in these beans like from South America, like special places,
I
or
mean these beans are being
or just
roasted.
Whole Foods?
I mean these beans are coming from Taiwan. These beans are being
Okay,
roasted
now
in
you're talking.
Taiwan, Korea,
cool. That's cool.
Singapore, the
I'm picturing you
Netherlands.
like wearing a kimono or something and doing this whole coffee
Yeah,
ceremony
grinding
where you're
it
grinding.
down.
The hipster thing
Yeah.
is to wear like this little denim apron. And
Oh,
get
Do
that's
you
the
have
the
one?
cool.
denim, you
And you
wear
have
the
it?
denim
Is
apron.
that part of your getup? Do you have that?
No,
Ah, okay.
So
I
you're the
wish,
hipster.
I
And then is
wish.
it full end to end where you actually do the designs in the foam on top of your coffees, or it's more just the coffee? So you're not into
For
like,
me,
how
I'm like
people.
mostly start. like every other Asian, I'm lactose intolerant, so I stopped drinking. So
Right. You
literally
put the
really just
cream.
drink black coffee.
Got it.
But it's amazing. Like I think these black coffee, like when you just drink your coffee black, like if you get great beans from around the world, it's like it's so different from a
Hmm.
cup of Folgers.
Wow. Maybe you can somehow package it up and sell it, and that's your new business. That would be pretty cool.
That's
Even if it
true.
doesn't make money, right? It's a passion. That'd be
That's
cool.
right.
That's right.
Cool. All right. Well, Norm, man, thanks so much for being on the podcast today.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Hope everybody else finds their White Castle too.
We are sponsored by none other than the Coder School, a company that teaches kids how to code with over 70 locations all around the country. So if you're interested in getting your kids to code, head online and check us out. Learn to code, change the world. Thanks for listening.